My biggest aha moment was when we figured out that the glutathione was actually never going to work if you take it by mouth. I just had an open mind and let the science tell me exactly how this molecule is going to work out. And it just happened to be that it's going to go through your skin topically. It took me 3 years to literally believe that it was going to be true. When I saw that my wife was using all these different products for her face, and she was not getting, it was okay, but it was not, it's not earth shattering. And so I asked her one day, I said, what if I can combine all the products you have into one cream? Because you can do that. I said, you know what? I can try. When the skin is a reflection of what's body's inside, if I can fix the inside correctly, if I give you all the ingredients that I know for a fact that's going to help reduce oxidative stress down and help you rejuvenate, your skin becomes vibrant. And once it becomes vibrant, it just glows on its own. You don't have to have extra cameras and extra lights on you to make it glow.
Hey, everybody, it's Regan with Unreasonable Health, your host today. And as you know, we bring you the latest and greatest in people and innovations on the planet when it comes to healthcare and it comes to you upgrading you in as many ways as possible. And today I've got really fascinating, he's a pharmacist by trade. He's entrepreneurial, but Dr. Nayan, Patel and I just hit it off at a strategic coach event. And we said, man, I want to get you on my podcast because of the knowledge that he has, not only around glutathione, but just the human body. And he was one of the first pharmacists to start compounding peptides, decades ago. And so Dr. Nayan Patel, not only is he a sought after pharmacist, he's the founder of RO Wellness and CEO of Central Drugs Compounding Pharmacy. He's written an amazing comprehensive book called The Glutathione Revolution: Fight Disease, Slow Aging, and Increase Energy. He's a researcher. He's also somebody who is very knowledgeable in the cosmetic world. So today, what you can expect to get out of this is new ways that you can look younger, feel younger, and perform your best. So Nayan, thanks so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure to be here today, Regan. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah, my pleasure. So let's talk about, we'll just jump into glutathione because, I've met a lot of people who are like, I have the best glutathione. It's this liposomal base and then you just shattered that whole mold when you're like, and half the people don't even know that there's 3 peptides that make up glutathione. And that's where my first red flag is like, you don't even know the structure. But when I talk to you about it, I'm like, oh, he's light years ahead of everybody. So how did you get into glutathione? How did that become just such an obsession for you?
Obsession came in because of the need that arose in my patients back in early 2000s when I was doing in a compounding pharmacy when the doctors keeps on asking us, can you make this? Can you make this? And I always ask them, I said, what are you trying to solve? What problem are you trying to solve? And I look at the literature and says, hey, glutathione can help you with this problem. I said, oh, I know, but there's a liposome form. I said, I made a liposome form of glutathione back in the early 2000s, late 1990s and the early 2000s. We made the first liposomal technology product, glutathione-based product. It was not delivering the results I was looking for. And so even though the literature said that, hey, glutathione is the best product, it didn't support the outcomes were not there for my patients. So hence, I had to work on something that was better than what's available in the market at that time. So that was a quest of working on glutathione, not because it was easy, it was because that was necessary from all the calls I'm getting from my doctors on wanting to help the patients. Keep in mind, early 2000 was the revolutionary period when people want to, at that time it was called anti-aging, right? The word anti-aging came in the early 2000s. Oh, we want to live forever. I said, no, you can't. if you don't have enough glutathione, you cannot live forever. There's no way. And so my quest becomes, I said, I'm going to solve this problem one day, hopefully.
Wow. It's fascinating. And you come from Nairobi originally. Is that correct?
And actually from Zambia.
Zambia, excuse me. And then you also work with a couple of your brothers, which I work with my brother as well. And so when you just started thinking about glutathione, were they on board with it, or did you have to do some convincing?
I didn't tell them. So sometimes it's easier not to say anything because then it's easy to tell them later. I say, you know what? I worked on it and here it is. Versus I worked on it, I failed. So why can't you told me ahead of time? You know, I could have told you no ahead of time, right? And so as an entrepreneur, I learned that I need to keep it very quiet until I know that I can do something with it. Otherwise, we can put it on the wayside, right? And so thinking along those lines. So no, I did not talk to my brothers ahead of time, but they knew what my research was.
Got it. And so if you look at glutathione as you've researched it, what surprised you the most about this molecule? Where did you see the myths were, why it wasn't working, and what did you learn in your process?
So my biggest aha moment was when we figured out that the glutathione was actually never going to work if you take it by mouth. And that shattered all my belief structure that for something like this molecule, the easiest, the best way to convince people is to take something by mouth. Pop a pill, put some liquid in your mouth, squirt something, spray something in your mouth, and you assume that it's inside your body because it's inside your mouth. And so for me, when I was asked the same question just today alone, right? I said, so were you looking for a topical version of glutathione? I said, no, I was not looking for any version of glutathione. What I was looking for is that, hey, is there a way to stabilize this thing? And let the science tell me what to do next. I just had an open mind and let the science tell me exactly how this molecule is going to work out. And it just happened to be that it's going to go through your skin topically. And so that was my aha. It took me 3 years to literally believe that it was going to be true. So after I discovered the stabilized molecule glutathione, I kind of shelved it because, oh no, nobody's going to take this product. Nobody's going to taste this product. Tastes bad. And so it was one of those things that people were not going to do it. I don't think that they're going to do it by mouth. So I said, I got to shelf this product. But then I keep on working and I said, hey, what is this? Let the science tell me what to do with it. So yes, so that was my sort of an earth-shattering move when I first figured out that this was supposed to be going through your skin.
Wow. And so now that you've discovered it can go through your skin, and you've created some pretty phenomenal products, but one of the things you've done is you created patents. I think you said 6 patents on glutathione. And so what are, I mean, would disclose what you can, but what makes it different? What were you able to patent?
So there are a couple of patents that tells us what is the composition. We have taken literally 3 or 4 ingredients, and we have this technique on how we put all these ingredients in order, in place, to have the chemical reaction in such a way that it just becomes a gel and a liquid, and we just take powders and dump it in there, and with the process of reactions, it slowly becomes into a liquid and becomes into this complex formation. So that was one of the patents that we received. The second was actually delivering glutathione through your skin, because it's a peptide. It's a tripeptide, and if anybody knows anything about skin, it's not going to allow you to get anything through your skin. Anything, right? Long behold, a peptide. Come on, it's unheard of. And so having a tripeptide actually get in through your skin was something that was novel enough for the patent officer to get us a patent. And the other patents are right now they haven't even issued all my use patents yet. So we have about I believe we have 12 more patents right now. They're pending status right at this point. As the studies are coming out, they'll be granting as the studies are coming out for all my use patents as well.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. And what are some of the major symptoms that people would see if they have low glutathione levels?
Oh boy, that's a loaded question because I wish there was one symptoms or two symptoms that can tell me, okay, you need glutathione right off the bat. But keep in mind, glutathione is in every cells in your body. So sometimes it's like, what's wrong with you? I said, I am not sure if glutathione's going to help with what's wrong with you. But if the glutathione is the reason why that's wrong with you, you have the results in 30 days or less. And
Wow.
so the reverse is what I'm trying to figure out, because it's easy, because that's again the old mythology, right? The insurance companies, the medical community, what they do, they find out what's wrong with you and they figure out what to give you, right?
Diagnose, here's the treatment.
Or
Yep.
here's a treatment, right? But they do not know that the cause of that particular symptom is actually this treatment is going to be viable or not. It's still trial and error.
Yeah.
It's still trial and error. Unless if it's an antibiotic, it's a whole different story. You have bacterial infection, here's an antibiotic, direct correlation, done, right? But if they tell me that, hey, I have Alzheimer's, and then here's the one medication, no. Alzheimer has literally have 500 reasons why you get Alzheimer's, and you have one medication for it. It's not going to work, right? And so I look at Alzheimer as a multifactorial problem. And so if that's the disease with a multifactorial problem, we have a drug that can treat multifactorial diseases. And that's the way I look at it, the reverse. I say, hey, glutathione is actually in every cells in your body. The function of it is to detoxify your body. The function of it is to make your cell vibrant and active. And with the active, vibrant, clean cells, you can conquer the world. And so instead of trying to find out symptoms, I look at, okay, can I just optimize my glutathione levels in the body and just see the difference in my life? And the difference you can start seeing within 30 days, within 2 weeks sometimes. And some people that are extremely healthy. I have so many athletes as my patients of mine, so many of those, so many entrepreneurs that have achieved the highest peak of their life. But by the way, they have bad eating behavior, so they do need glutathione. But most of them have great eating habits. They're the pinnacle of their career. And so for them, they see the benefits maybe 3 months down the road. But they understand a slight change in the body is a massive change in the outcomes of their life. And so when you say what symptoms, I don't have one particular symptoms, but if you look at the literature, there's so many different symptoms that are associated with glutathione deficiencies. I can tell you that all the symptoms can be reduced or limited with the glutathione, given the right form is given, which is a topical version that we have, and within a known time frame, which is about 30 days.
Wow. Yeah, so, and that's, anyone who, and if you wonder, do I need glutathione? Anytime you go through cellular metabolism, cellular respiration, you're using glutathione all the time to clean up all of it's the master antioxidant in your body. It's so powerful. And the big problem is it's not readily absorbed, as Nayan has talked about. But tell me about IVs and glutathione and IVs, because I mean, as far as vitamin IV experts, there's no one who's done more research and more vitamin IVs than you have that I've ever met. And so, but how does glutathione topically, the transdermal application that you have versus the IV drip, how do those relate?
Absolutely. So I'll go back one more step. So if I tell you this medication, the first thing you ask, how often do I take it? Right? Yep. I tell Regan, this is the medication you're supposed to take it daily. I said, well, daily, is it once a day, twice a day? How often should I take it? It all depends on how much it stays in your body. right? That's how it depends. Hey, this pill take once a week. This pill take once a month. This pill you just take one shot once a season.
Yeah.
It all depends on how long does it work in your body. The glutathione IV only works for 15 minutes in your body. 1-5.
That's it.
That's
Fast.
it. So now the question is that, can I give you a shot every 15 minutes? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't
No.
make sense, right? Which is not true, by the way, because there's an intrinsic half-life of that it lasts you for 15 minutes. And then there's a post half-life, which the broken down molecule of glutathione is getting reabsorbed by the bloodstream. The cysteine gets reabsorbed, and the body uses molecule to produce glutathione later on, not right away, later on, which is about 6 hours later. So there is a sudden surge that it drops, and then slowly it starts rising again and drops again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on that dynamic variations, we do not know how much the glutathione is getting absorbed, because all we know is most of the glutathione, initially when you get the injections, is broken down. And then there's a surge of glutathione happens rising 6 hours later, because the broken down material, the body is using those pieces to produce glutathione again.
Mm.
But don't get me wrong, that does not mean the glutathione was absorbed in your bloodstream. It just means that the glutathione levels were rising, but not because of absorption was there, because the body used the broken pieces to produce its own glutathione again, right? And so I've been doing glutathione IV drips since the early 2000s, long time ago. We wrote a book with Dr. Gen on the nutrition, interest therapy, nutritional practice in the medical practice, and we were training doctors on how to do IV therapies. I mean, I'm dating myself at least 18, 19 years ago.
Nice.
I was doing that part. And at that time, that's the only option we had.
Yeah.
IVs, the only option we had, right? So when you have the only option, what do? You just take it and you use it, and you wait until something better comes up, right?
Yeah.
Like we only had one drug for HIV treatments. Now we got dozens of drugs. Until the dozens were available, you use the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But when something better comes out, why would you hold on to the old drug again? There's no need for it. And so I always say that, you know what? Please evolve with science. Humans, we hate change, by the way, right? If I comb my hair this way, I don't comb my hair anymore, but if I comb my hair this way to go the other way around, oh no, that's a change. I can't do that.
Don't do it. Yeah, scary.
Change is scary. People don't want to change. And when it comes to medication, it's the same thing, right? People do change when there's no outcomes happening. And so when people started using the topical versions over the intravenous forms and they saw the outcomes, it's like a flip switch just turned off, right? People said, why am I doing IVs now? Just do this one. And the hardest part for me was to tell the doctor that what you were doing all these years is not good. Now I'm going to tell your patient that we have something better.
Yeah.
Doctor goes, that's a lot of work for me. But you know what? It's worth it, because at the end of the day, the patients are going to feel better. They're going to thank me for that one.
Yeah. Well, and transdermal, like putting it on topically, it makes a lot of sense. It's pretty darn easy. But the caveat is, if people are going to run out and just get topical glutathione, first of all, you don't see it. It's not going to be around. And then second of all, I would imagine, because it's such an unstable molecule, you've figured out a delivery mechanism to actually make it stable with the other ingredients. And so maybe we could jump into kind of the skincare, because I think that's a big thing. And I know my audience is like, man, not only do they want to live, unreasonably long, but they want to look really good as they age.
Of course. And the thing is, skin is the largest organ we have in the body. And the good thing about skin is, guess what? You can feel the difference and you can see the difference.
Yeah.
For example, if I tell you that, hey, your liver is healthy, you can only feel the difference. You cannot see the liver is healthy.
Yeah.
Skin as an organ, you can feel it and you can see it. And so that makes the beautification of the skin as an organ extra special for me. And so again, being a pharmacist, my job was to use the technology that I already have and see what can I do this technology. And so when I saw that my wife was using all these different products for her face, and she was not getting, it was okay, but it was not. I mean, it's not earth shattering. And so I asked her one day, I said, "What if I can combine all the products you have into one cream?" Because you can do that. I said, you know what? I can try, you know? And so
Yeah.
with the technology that we developed for glutathione, that's what I did. I took like 7, 8 ingredients and at the full concentration and every major brands that are out there, I would squeeze everything into one and give you a day cream and a night cream based on the serums that I have. And so I created the skincare line just basically pure on science. It has nothing to do with anything else. I'm not trying to make you feel like, oh, this is going to change your skin texture or skin culture, or it's going to make you revive your organ back to normal. I just simply took the known ingredients that people are buying for decades and decades, like simple as vitamin C or CoQ10 or resveratrol. So any of those chemicals that people have known for,
Yep.
just took them, used my technology, and at full concept put into this day and night cream. And that's it. That's what we have. This and the product is amazing because the results are absolutely amazing. 30 days, as I said, 30 days is all it takes to get the results.
And there's four major ones. There's the ROG, there's the citrine, the rise and revive, the reset and repair. How do you know which one to try?
So it's a system. What I
Okay.
did was the serums. So I want to give you like the most ultra potent serums, which is the G and the citrine, which is
Yep.
G is the glutathione and the citrine is the vitamin C, right?
Mm.
So I give you the most potent serum to put on your face first. So you wash your face down, you put the serums on. That will give it the highest amount of antioxidants that you have, which is the two major ones. And then the Rise and Revive cream is to augment all the benefits you have for the citrine in the morning. And the Reset and Repair for the evening is all the repairs for the DNA repairs for your skin to rejuvenate at nighttime while you're sleeping. So when you wake up in the morning, you're ready to conquer the world again. So the way we have designed this product is that serums and supporting all the other ingredients. Evening serum and supporting all the ingredients again. In the morning, it's all about protecting. Evening, repair, repair, repair. So all I want to do is protect, and whatever slipped through the crack, repair in the evening. And if you do the day and night, a system, the whole box about 2 months supply, 30 days, half a month is all you need. 1 month is all you need to see the results you should be looking for.
And I love what, in the reset and repair, you've got adaptogens, you've got resveratrol, and the rise and revive, you've got the CoQ10, the carnosine, DMAE. Just like you put a lot of things, the same things that you want to be consuming internally,
Yeah.
you're putting those externally. And I think a lot of us forget that our face is always exposed to the environment, all the pollutants, everything. I mean, the UV rays, there's a lot of damage that it takes. And so having some science behind skincare is unusual because usually it's just what the next celebrity is putting on their face. And I know you work with celebrities, so I don't want to downgrade it, but I love the fact that, yeah, it's cool you work with celebrities, but you also have a really rich history. I mean, you've been a pharmacist for 25 years, is that right?
96, so 27 plus years. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's impressive. So if you look at where it's going, the skin is amazing. What have you seen when it comes to like basal cell carcinomas or melanomas or skin? Yeah, how we get the sunspots on the skin. What have you seen in outcomes like those?
So, so the skin as a major organ has a very limited blood supply going to it. So the skin gets aged much, much faster than any other organ in your body. Uh, if you just imagine that portion, the liver is the most rejuvenating organ you have in your body because the blood goes to the liver first, right?
Yep.
So the
Yep.
liver gets the first dibs on every single thing that your body takes in, right?
Yeah.
And so the liver is probably by far the best organ, but if the liver gets taxed, and the liver is processing a lot more of those toxins in your body, it starts affecting the rest of the organs, especially it shows up in the face as we call it, age spots, right? What
Yep.
is age spots? I don't know what the age spots are, but age spots to me is high amount of oxidative stress.
Mm.
Applying glutathione on the age spots is actually getting rid of the oxidative stress down. Remove the spot is a secondary benefit. The primary benefit is reducing oxidative stress, because oxidative stress reversing age spots is just a caveat, but the real issue, the real benefit is reducing oxidative stress is actually making your body healthy.
Yeah.
And so to me is, yes, I want to look beautiful, no doubt about it, but when you start looking beautiful, it also matches what's happening inside your body,
Right.
because the beauty is inside out, not outside in, right? You can do all the external benefits like Botox, and nothing wrong with doing Botox and fillers and all those things. But what I'm saying is that when the skin is a reflection of what's body is inside, if I can fix the inside correctly, if I give you all the ingredients that I know for a fact that's going to help reduce oxidative stress down and help you rejuvenate, your skin becomes vibrant. And once it becomes vibrant, it just glows on its own. You don't have to have extra cameras and extra lights on you to make it glow. Yeah. Anyway, my hope for everybody, when I first created a skincare line, for the first 6 years, I was only making for friends and family. I
Wow.
never thought for myself that, you know what, I should be giving to my customers, to my patients, and to my people that really would benefit from it. I was only making for friends and family. And eventually, one of my family members told me, I said, you know what, I have all my girlfriends asking for it, and now they want to buy it. I said, so you have to create this product. So
Yeah, that's
anyway,
good.
so that's how it started.
Well, and I love it because it's gluten and dairy free.
Yep.
I can't, I'm shocked at how many of these cosmetic products have gluten in it. It's non-toxic, cruelty-free, sustainable. So you've done the work as far as, you brought in some of the Eastern therapies, some Ayurvedic type medicine with it, with your Western background. So that fits my East-West health mantra. What are other things that you're finding that really help revitalize the skin? I mean, like red light therapy. Have you looked into that much? Are you using that with this product, or any vitamin IVs that people could stack with this for the
So
skin?
so you're right, right? So as I said, the skin gets the least amount of blood flowing through it, so it's hard. So doing a lot of vitamin pushes really pushes the very high levels of the ingredients inside your blood, and can reach the furthest organ, which is the skin.
Mm,
So I like to use calcium, magnesiums, biotins, high dose, and push them into the bloodstream at a higher dose, so that the osmolarity is the concentration of these vitamins increases in your blood, and it reaches further down the line,
mm,
so your skin can get it, because adding those nutrients, those basic nutrients on your skin, sometimes your skin doesn't absorb it either.
right.
Right? The skin from its surface, if it's not bound to an oil, it doesn't absorb it, right? So most of the water soluble vitamins are just stays on the top. It never goes inside.
Yeah.
So
Which,
you have
yeah,
to have
then
a
it's doing you no good. Yeah.
it's not doing any good. So when you
Right.
have a water soluble product like glutathione and vitamin C and all those products, what it does is it actually goes inside your skin and works on the bottom layer and then comes all the way out again.
Mm,
It's not the other way around where it goes first layer, second layer, third layer. No, It goes all the way down first, and from the bottoms up, it's working. So you may not see any changes for about 2-3 weeks because guess what? It's working inside first.
Yeah.
By the time it comes outside, if the 8 spot's gone, it's gone.
Right.
It's
That's
gone.
awesome.
Yeah, you can do a high depth camera and go like layers deep to see what the if the scar is still not a scar, but the spot is still there. It's gone. It's not
Man.
a bleaching cream.
That's amazing. And you've done work in peptides too, and I want to just touch on
Yes.
that a little bit. Like as far as skin peptides go, we use a lot of GHK copper. We'll use
Huh?
some topical thymosin beta 4, BPC. Are there any kind of novel peptide skin lines that you're working on right now?
Actually, I am very close to getting the GHK copper completely into my system. So we
Oh,
might have the first GHK copper because GHK copper doesn't go through your skin.
it,
So
it doesn't. Tell me what you mean by that. I've always I've seen that it can, but what? Tell me about that.
it's a peptide.
Yeah.
It's a
So it
peptide.
needs a carrier.
It's a carrier. So
Yeah.
we're using the my carrier, but my carrier is probably not going to be big enough for it. So I'm going to have two additional carriers come with it to help them. Sometimes you need a boogie, big enough boogie to carry this payload. If one
Yep.
boogie is not enough, I need to attach two more boogies to it to get all this thing. So we actually working on this GHK copper peptide right now and attaching multi-polysaccharide molecules to get them sequestered, and hopefully we'll be able to succeed to get it to your skin. Uh, but otherwise, if you can inject it, it's amazing, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So that one is good. So peptides is a tricky situation, right? It's great. They're really, really good peptides. They're small amino acid chain amino acids, so it's not like a huge protein molecule. It's a small one, so it's easy to work with and easy for your body to deal with it because it's like having small fragments already available to your body to attach to bigger things to make it a bigger picture for you. So I love peptides in that sense that small fragments, your body doesn't have to work that hard to produce something bigger for you.
Yeah.
So we said the BPC 157 and thymosins and GHK copper, these are all small things the body can use up and incorporate that into a bigger picture for you. So I love peptides. I used to do a lot of peptides. Oh my God. Again, as I said, 20 plus years ago, which
Right.
was very, very early on. And right now my focus is looking for products. I'm not looking for something brand new. I'm looking for what's already out in the world today and see if I can enhance it to so we can use it fully. Right? If we,
Yep.
I truly believe that everything that we need is already existing on this planet.
Mm.
Our job is to find it, enhance it, and utilize it correctly to our fullest potential. Because if we can do that part, I think the word singularity will come to my mind that we can live in perpetuity forever. So
Yeah.
we have everything on
Oh.
this planet. We have everything on this planet.
Yeah. And I think to your point, it's usually it's right under our nose, the very things that we need. And so, and it's rare that a scientist will take it deeper and say, well, we already know enough on glutathione, like, let's move on to the next thing. But you actually started looking at the research and then you did the clinical data and you said the clinical outcomes don't match what the research shows. Why is that? Because we know it's such a powerful molecule in the body and we can't survive without it for very long. So I appreciate the fact that you did the work. And then based on your wife's need, which that's where it comes from, you're like, wait, how many products are you using? Let me create a better one for you. And then you created this amazing skincare line with Aura Wellness. And so if you look into the future, Nayan, and you're very futuristic. What do you see like as far as is your transformation with the Aura Wellness and some of the things you're compounding? Where do you want to take this?
So I'm going to probably shatter some of the old belief structure where it says that let's not recreate the wheel. But if
Mhm.
you know about the wheels, they will go round and round in circles, but you can only go front and back. If you want to move to the sideways, you have to turn the wheel and go sideways. But instead
Mm.
of a wheel, if you have a ball in every car,
Yeah,
you
got
can
it.
go in every direction you want to go.
Yeah. Then you get
Right? You can
360.
go sideways, you can go this way, you can go any which way you want, right?
This,
So I believe that one day the saying is that the good old saying, let's not recreate the wheel, is going to be shattered because I'm telling you that we need to recreate the wheel again that fits our needs today. Uh,
wow.
we have, as I said earlier, we have everything that we need to survive in perpetuity on this planet. We have everything that we need. Now we just have to figure out how to enhance it and use it to the fullest potential. Glutathione has been out for 120 plus years. It wasn't until recently we figured out that, oh my God, this is the way it gets into your blood cells, into your intracellular levels, into your mitochondria, where it's supposed to be using it up and doing all its work. And when we do that part, the miracles are coming in tenfolds. So
Yeah.
so we have everything we need. We just need to work on every single thing to its fullest potential. And so science is not about reinventing new things all the time. The science is also about making sure what we already have is used to the fullest potential, right? If you already have
Wow.
a house, do you want to build a new house, or can you just make do with what you already have?
Yeah, maybe you freshen up the house you're in and you'll be like, oh, I really love this place again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. And Nayan and I are both fans of Elon Musk and Teslas. And so your wheel analogy, I thought you were going with the Cybertruck where, all four wheels turn, and so I
Oh
think
yeah, they
yeah,
do. They do. But
that's
I'm just saying that the saying is let's not recreate the wheel again. It's an old saying that we should not recreate something that's already there. But I said, no, we can make it better.
let's make the wheel instead of linear, let's make it multidimensional. And
There you
that's
go.
and that's where this molecule glutathione can go. And I wonder, are there other molecules that you're studying right now?
I am. I am. One is again, I only studied what's already inside your body.
Yeah.
Okay. The one that is major impact in everybody's life is NAD.
Yes.
And so I am working on NAD. I already have a stable molecule in my lab for almost 15 months now. I've been 4 years in research already right now. Before it hits the market, it's been at least another 4 to 5 more years before consumer have access to it. The early adopters, the physician will have access early on. As soon as I have my science already done, then my doctors will have access to it. So the people that work with physicians, which people that work with you, with your offices, will have early access to it early on. But the average consumer will not have access for another 4 more years until I have all my research done correctly. So yeah,
Wow.
that's my next molecule I'm working on the wellness side, because what are the benefits I see with the glutathione, I see similar benefits with NAD as well. But NAD is even harder to work with because it's the the stability of this molecule is very fragile. It's extremely fragile molecule. It's not as stable as glutathione is, and
Mm,
so yeah, it's something that I have to work on. But we are able to stabilize it. By the way, it's already done. The stability is already done. Now we need
wow.
to figure out how do I get inside your body. That's my step number two now. Is it going to be sublingual drops, topical, injectable? I have no idea. I
Yeah.
have absolutely no idea at this point. I'm doing multiple testings right now to see what's going to work, what's not going to work, how long does it take, how often do I give? I have no idea at this point. So,
Well, you'll figure it out. I know you will. And then let me be the first one to try it once you got it all figured out. I'm happy to deploy it.
well, yeah, it's a funny part is the first batch, even I was scared to try it myself. Is that scary, right? Because when you have something so powerful, you're scared to try it out unless I have
Right.
some testing systems already working for me. But I have a great PhD on staff with me. He was at USC Keck School of Medicine for 25 plus years. He's a partner in crime with me. And he'll put everything in his mouth. I said, hey, just hang on. Just
Yeah.
relax, dude.
Yeah, I'm like that guy. I've done hundreds of peptides and all kinds of different applications, and I put myself through rigorous. I'm an N of one, a walking N of one. So
Oh my God.
yeah, I find it fascinating. Well, this has been so exciting, and so for everyone who's listening, I think what you'll see is Nayan's got something that's revolutionary because you guys are going to live a long time, and you guys have gorgeous faces, and why not upgrade it a little bit, and do some things that actually protect your skin. I have so many of my patients who end up at the dermatologist month after month getting all these masses removed and melanoma. And thanks to Nayan's research, you can now take advantage of it. And so just go to Auro Wellness, that's AURO wellness.com. And you'll see it's a gorgeous website, phenomenal line. And Nayan's just an amazing human. I think you probably were able to sense that today. And so, Nayan, let's make sure that we meet up again. I'll see you, I'm sure, in California, but
Yes.
I really want to keep talking, keep the conversation alive on what you're up to. So thanks so much for taking the time to be with us today.
It's my pleasure to be here today. On the same website, the top left-hand corner, there's a skincare website too, so they can click on that one too. If you guys are readers, please read the book, The Glutathione Revolution. It's the first take at it. My latest two research is not in the book yet, so there's already has progressed since then. But the what I've already found out as of today is everything is inside the book. It's a very easy read. And so I want everybody to live forever because, one thing that I tell my dad's 80, is going to be 88 pretty soon. And he was sad a few months ago. I said, why? What's going on? He didn't say much, but he said that he only has 3 friends left.
Mm.
And so I heard the story about one thing that, you know what? When you start progressing in life, when you start growing older and progressing in life, it's your job, it's my job to take everybody that I care about with me to where I'm going. Because if not, the sheer gravity, they will pull me down with them.
Wow.
And so my job is that if I'm going to live 100 plus, that I want everybody, all my friends, my family, my people my customers, my patients, that everybody that I adore, that I want to work with, I want everybody to come with me, right? Because what's the fun at 120 if you're by yourself?
Yeah, no kidding. I love that. Well, and even Harvard, their new study on social fitness. It's like, longevity can't be done alone, is what you're saying. And if it is, then I've met some people who are lonely and they're kind of miserable. They wish they would have died with their spouse.
Yeah.
So I love what you're thinking on this, and so and it makes it easier to make social connections when your face looks good. So.
But face is good, but you have to have the vigor in you. So
That's it. That's the essence. But you can't have your face looks good if your insides aren't great. And so, yeah, this is awesome. Well, thanks so much, Nayan. I really appreciate you coming on. And for those of you who love the show, make sure you share it with your friends, family, and loved ones. And don't forget to subscribe to us and give us a 5-star rating if you enjoy the show. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next time.